Alright guys, welcome to PlayStation News, Rumours and Leaks. Thank you for taking the time out to watch the video. The timestamps are available in the description if you wanted to jump straight to the bits that you're interested in, along with the links to the sites where the articles have come from. So we're starting off with Ghost of Tsushima and Sony PlayStation doing what many of us gamers wanted ever since they announced that they were bringing games to the PC. So it starts off with Nixis Software, who have taken to the PlayStation blog to reveal the specifications for Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut on PC. Ghost of Tsushima's Director's Cut will be the first game to introduce PlayStation trophies for PC users, which is a great move from PlayStation. It is something many of us have been asking for ever since Sony announced that PlayStation games were coming to PC. This comes as part of a new PlayStation overlay, which also includes your friends list and many more features. Another set of features which players have been asking for a long time. Crossplay is also available for Ghost of Tsushima, allowing PC users to team up with PS4 and PS5 players for the Legends expansion. There is a link in the description for the PC specs required for the optimum experience to play and enjoy Ghost of Tsushima. Check that out if you are planning on picking this up on PC. As I mentioned before, PlayStation trophies are officially coming to the PC with the release of Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, and trophies can be earned by signing into your PlayStation Network account on PC or the PSN account on your PC. And in Ghost of Tsushima's case, the trophy list is the same as the PS5 version of the game. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is the first PlayStation game on PC that uses a new PlayStation overlay, which includes your friends list, trophies, additional settings, and your profile. The feature is available on Windows PC and will be accessible from the in-game menu or for keyboard players by pressing the Shift and F1 shortcut on your keyboard. While playing the game, you can earn PlayStation trophies just like on PlayStation consoles. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut on PC shares the same trophy set as the game on PlayStation 5 consoles, and in addition, the PC version also has full support for achievements on Steam and the Epic Games Store. And Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is coming out on May the 16th. I feel this is the next step for PlayStation, integrating your PSN account onto the PC platform. It will not be too long before you can log into your PSN account on PC via the PlayStation app and play your digital library of games on PC or anywhere else, just like you can do with Game Pass Ultimate, where you can log in and regardless of which platform you've purchased your digital games on, you can enjoy the games via your account. And I think PlayStation's heading that way. The only question is, will that affect sales on the PlayStation 5? I don't think it will. I don't think it will at this stage, but only time will tell. Knowing that you can buy your games on PC or PlayStation and be able to play them on either is a real nice feature, and it will eventually come to PlayStation. I think this is just another stage of PlayStation moving closer towards that universe. Okay, let's move on. Now, I hope I pronounced this correctly, but publisher Toei Tecmo has announced a revision of its sales and operating income forecast for the current fiscal year, leading to speculation that Rise of the Ronin sales are off to a very slow start. And this is speculation, so it's not been confirmed, but when you look at the numbers, perhaps there is some justification for this kind of thinking. The notice, which was published on April the 15th, 2024, doesn't specify exactly which titles underperformed, but spotted by Reset Era user Oregano, Koei Tecmo slashed its sales forecast by 11% and its operating income by 28%. Publisher allegedly missed its sales goal by a massive $70 million. Team Ninja's PS5 exclusive Rise of the Ronin happens to be Toei Tecmo's most recent high-profile release, and the speculation around the game not having sold as many units just kind of makes sense. Some people have said that Wild Hearts, which released in February 2023, may have also been a culprit, but the monster hunting RPG game was released during the last fiscal year, so it doesn't impact the fiscal year's performance. Koei Tecmo will be releasing a detailed report in due course, but given the timing of the revision, Rise of the Ronin's launch performance is speculated to be the prime reason. The publisher previously suggested that it hopes the PS5 exclusive reaches 5 million sales. While that milestone may eventually be crossed, it certainly doesn't help that Rise of the Ronin was also released at the same time as Dragon's Dogma 2, both launched on the same day. It's always risky when competing with another big AAA game on launch day. I suppose it makes even more of a challenge when Rise of the Ronin is releasing on only one platform, whereas Dragon's Dogma 2 is a multi-platform game. Therefore, it has much higher chance of gaining more players, reaching a bigger audience in terms of sales and engagement. Let's move on. Speaking during an interview with Aftermath, CD Projekt Red's Paul Sasko revealed some brief updates on the progress of Cyberpunk 2077 sequel and The Witcher 4. Sasco revealed that some of the team behind Cyberpunk 2077 have moved over to The Witcher 4, which is being intensively worked on at CDPR. Meanwhile, Project Orion, which we reckon is the codename for Cyberpunk 2077 sequel, is currently in the very early stages of development and is being worked on by developers who are well trained from having worked on the Cyberpunk 2077 expansion Phantom Liberty. Sasco added that most managers and most directors who worked on Cyberpunk and Phantom Liberty are on the new Cyberpunk game, with some lead developers on board, moving from project to project on a need-to-need basis depending on where the project is at that given time. Last month, CDPR revealed during its earnings report that more than 400 developers were working on Project Polaris, which is also known as The Witcher 4, which is over half of the studio, and I think we're quite far away before we are going to see a Witcher 4. Certainly gameplay. If we're lucky, we may get to see a CGI trailer at some point next year, but I wouldn't expect the game to land anytime before 2027, maybe 2028. But it's always good to hear updates and progress on the Witcher series. It's an excellent series, and really looking forward to getting my hands on Witcher 4 whenever that does come out. Let's move on. Sea of Thieves is the fourth, and for now, supposedly the final game from Microsoft and Xbox Game Studios to be heading over to PlayStation consoles. But we know that's not going to be the case. We know more games will head over to PlayStation. However, ahead of the launch set for April the 30th, Pirate Adventure game has hit a huge milestone. In a blog post on the game's official website, they go on to say that Sea of Thieves is celebrating after reaching more than 40 million players since the game launched all the way back in 2018. They go on to say that, as you can imagine, when it comes to Sea of Thieves, our days are full of numbers. It's development cost, active service, days until the next update. Sometimes though, a truly extraordinary number stands out, like 40 million, which we're incredibly pleased to say is the number of pirates who have all set sail in Sea of Thieves. It's a huge number and a great milestone, and all signs point to that number skyrocketing even further when the game arrives on the PlayStation 5 in the coming weeks. Sea of Thieves enjoyed some time at the top of PlayStation's pre-order charts, which likely means there's potentially already more than 1 million players ready to jump in at the end of this month. Sea of Thieves arriving on the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4 will also mark the first time ever a game developed by Rare will make its way onto a PlayStation console. Well, how about that? I didn't know that. Have you ever played Sea of Thieves? Is it any good? I've seen clips and gameplay online, but I've never really played it, and in all honesty, it doesn't really look like my kind of game. But I'm open-minded and I'll see what you guys think. And if you think it's worth me giving it a try, I'll give it a go. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next PlayStation News, Rumours and Leaks video.